welcome to a Fresh Crack Friday with Battling with Bourbon, baby! So, I'm your host, Rockstar Johnny Nye.
I'm your host, the real effing deal, the whole effing show, Mike Verdusco.
And we have a very special guest, of course, the one and only Cal Nye.
Woo!
Let's get it.
And he has a very special bottle for us today. We got a Barrell Bourbon pick from Triangle Liquors. Mike, why don't you tell him about it?
Well, I don't know much about it.
Oh,
I'm not
maybe
going to
Cal will tell
lie.
us.
Yeah, I'll give a little intro. So
Alright, Cal,
this is
tell 'em
actually from Triangle/Trail and Liquors, now owned by Litco. Not sure if they did the pick before they were bought out by Litco or if it was done after the fact. Nonetheless, it is a Barrell Bourbon. It's their private release, one of their better picks. This one specifically consists of a mixture of 5-year, 7-year, 10-year, 17-year, proofed at about 111, puts us at about a 55% alcohol.
Shit.
So,
how much is
excited.
5-year? How much is 17?
yeah, so 5-year you're looking at 20%, 7-year 40%, 10-year 35%, 17-year 5. So I would say, most of it, 75% of it's going to be a 7 to 10-year blend, a little sprinkle of 17 in there.
Yeah.
So
Sprinkle.
Cool.
see how it tastes. We're pretty excited for this one. So
Yeah, this is cool.
Johnny, I'm going to give you the honors to crack
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about this. I have actually never tried a barrel pick.
Never tried. Normally, these are in the neighborhood of 89
I love
plus.
the cork scent.
it. Yeah, that's nice.
The cork scent is
That
a
is cherry
key.
oak.
It's a key.
Now,
Ooh.
I want to say Cal was able to acquire this at a clearance
I'll kill you.
special price of about $49.
I did, yeah. $49.99. They still have a few left on the shelf if you're in the area. Depending on how today goes, it may or not be there because I may go buy them all, but we'll see.
I'm not gonna lie. This from initial cork smell, this smells phenomenal.
Now,
So
typically, when you're looking at private releases, unless you find it on special or
yeah.
a good deal, these private release blends range anywhere from about $70 to $120, depending on the state and depending on the barrel pick itself.
And barrel is traditionally pretty expensive. It's usually 100 and above. So like this is nice to find a $50 barrel pick.
Yeah.
And this is, especially with the percentages that they gave on the bottle.
Correct.
This could be special.
And
this
a
could
cool-
be
yeah.
a diamond in the rough.
And a quick history about the company, if I may. So they typically, what they do with a lot of their stuff is it's a blend between Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee bourbon.
Okay.
So everything they do is a blend. It's all one-time release.
Oh,
so
cool.
what they do once, they'll never do again.
Yep.
So, every bottle is a little bit collectible and special in its own way. You kind of have to see what you really like out there. But these private releases are fun because they only do, typically one batch, one barrel. So you're looking at 180 bottles and then it's on to the next.
Yeah.
So,
Which is really cool.
again, depending how great this is, we may have to go snag up a bunch of these before they're gone.
Yeah,
I'm
little-
telling you, the nose on this is awesome.
Little quick tidbit. It says we carefully blend each private release as a micro blend.
Yeah.
Using one of our empty bourbon barrels as a marrying cask.
Oh, I didn't
Each
know that.
unique bottle is at cask strength so you can appreciate the true flavor. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't realize they
That's
married
pretty cool.
it in a
Yeah,
barrel.
yeah.
That's actually even extra special.
Yeah.
Now, something about them, they do have a ton of videos and content out there. If you want to learn more about the history of Barrell Bourbon, they're a pretty cool, unique distillation process of what they do. And they've got a ton of content out there to teach you about their different, batches, blends, things like that, for the people who may not know what they love that are trying to fit into something.
Absolutely.
So
I'm getting honey vanilla on the
man,
nose.
I'm getting a lot of.
I'm getting honey, cherry,
Yeah.
vanilla.
Oh, there's a lot
cherry
of
at the end.
cherry
You think
going
a
on.
lot of cherry.
A lot of
There's
cherry.
more
Okay.
cherry than I expected going on here.
And I'm even getting a little smoky oak. Let's give it a chew, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at the legs first, real quick. I'm just curious.
Check out those legs, guys.
Oh man,
Oh, okay.
not bad. It's not the best,
Right.
but it's good.
No, it's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Mm.
See what it tastes like.
The taste is nice. Not as much cherry on the flavor though.
No.
I really don't get any cherry on the flavor.
Oh, weird. The heat hits you in the nose,
Yeah.
not in the throat.
Yeah.
A lot of baking spice
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's spice heavy. Really
Peppercorn.
not fruity at all.
No.
yeah.
It's mainly like those those spice ends of the spectrum.
So the viscosity is
Yep.
is in there, guys. You know, I know we said not as much legs as we would like.
I get
but,
a turkey
the
smell
definitiveness
almost on
in there.
this.
is
It doesn't
definitely
taste
there.
like a turkey.
No.
But it almost smells a little like a turkey. Or like a turkey and a bean mixed. Hard to
Yeah,
say.
there's some
Maybe a little dickel. I don't.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting notes here. I kind of agree with the beam for sure. I feel like it has a little beam in this for sure.
It's got a good flavor.
It is very good.
I
Hotter
feel
than I
like
thought.
the cherryness is reminding you of the bean. Definitely a peppercorn cherry, you know, for sure.
Yeah,
A little too much spice for my
it's
liking.
a little spicy.
Yeah, it's got a little more spice than I typically would go for.
A flick of water would probably make this a lot better for I.
Tame it down a little.
Yeah, and you know everyone's a little different how they drink meat
Correct.
on the rocks.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
is something I would probably really enjoy on the rocks.
Yeah. I
Oh,
agree.
interesting. So
that makes
like,
sense.
Yeah.
I actually would flip it. This is something that I probably would enjoy in a cocktail
Okay.
because of how much spice it has.
So
to
like an
offer.
old fashioned or
Yeah.
You know, one of my go-tos, I like to take a half a lemon, some Sprite, and a shot or two of bourbon
Okay.
and pour it in there. But this would go good with that. The lemon and the Sprite would tame it back down, but the spice would tame it back up to where I would still taste the bourbon.
Any guesses on where you think maybe some of these barrels are coming from? You know, since it is a blend and it's across 3 major states of just distilleries.
I think you're right on the. There's definitely beam in here.
There's
Yeah,
gotta
definitely
be.
bean. Yeah,
Yeah.
the cherry note.
Especially like
For sure.
the nutty.
The
It's like a
nuttiness.
nutty cherry.
Yeah.
Like in that only comes out of beam.
Everyone loves a little nut in their cherry. Everyone.
Everyone? Are you sure?
Most females.
Most. I don't know.
Give it another chew. I got a different taste profile on like the third, fourth sip.
Okay. Let me.
Now that it's breathed, you know, it is a fresh crack.
It is.
So sometimes, you know, you gotta let it breathe a little bit longer. Less spicy for me. Now that I've had a couple sips. More
Definitely still got that fresh cracked pepper.
it
in my
does.
opinion.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a peppercorn
This is
funk.
me cracking the fresh pepper. in
on
case
his
you guys didn't
salad
catch
at a
that.
restaurant. Mike decides that his next goal in life is to be a restaurant at a 10-star restaurant.
I'm gonna tell him next time I get a salad, I don't need any pepper. Just bring me a fucking little bit of barrel.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
just bring that
sprinkle it on
barrel.
my salad.
I'll just spread it out.
It's
Yeah.
really good for 50
Yeah.
bucks. I'm happy
Very
with
good.
it. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
very good.
No, for $50, that's very nice.
Yeah, very
Very
happy
nice.
with it. Should we do a thumbs up, thumbs down?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you guys want to do? How we starting it?
Let me
On the
give it a
nose.
nose.
So I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down on the nose, and that's just me. And there's 3 of us here, so take it for what it's worth.
I'm gonna go opposite. I like the nose.
Cool.
Yeah, nose
Yeah.
is good for me.
I'm
Bacon.
gonna go sideways.
Little
Little
too
neutral.
I'm
ethanol-y
gonna
for
go
me.
sideways. It's nice, but it's not amazing.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, next.
On the chew.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up on the chew.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna give
Yeah.
it a thumbs up.
And the more I'm drinking it, the more I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely high spice.
Very.
Maybe even high rye. I don't know the
Yeah,
contents of the
I
mash
think it is a
bill,
high rye.
but I wouldn't be surprised if this was a high rye.
High rye mash bill for sure. I mean, if I had to guess, that's a very high mash bill.
Yeah. I almost taste a little of the dill now that we're talking.
Oh, a dill.
Yeah.
Like a dill pickle?
Yep, like a dill pickle.
Like dill
Yeah.
spice.
Like
Yep.
Yeah.
like fried dill pickle?
Like dill and
slide
rye.
it
My
in
mom
mash?
makes these amazing cucumber sandwiches. Shout out to Kim Verduzco on those cucumber sandwiches.
Cucumber sandwiches.
Yeah.
The hell kind of ridiculous nonsense are you doing?
Now,
Right?
You watching the horse race? You eating your cucumber sandwiches? Sipping on your bourbon?
Sipping.
In your high rise? What's happening here?
I would say the viscosity, the legs on it. I'm gonna give it a neutral.
On that end,
Yeah.
it's good.
I'm gonna say it's neutral to good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
So
Finish, I feel like it's a pretty long finish.
It is a long finish.
It's a very long finish compared to the proof and all that nonsense.
Since my
that's
last
going
sip,
on.
I'm still tasting
It's
it.
still going.
Yeah.
I feel like if Sazerac Rye and Heaven Hill were to have a baby, this is what I would get.
They
If
were gonna have
Sazerac
a bad-
Rye and Knob Creek 9 were to have a baby,
Now,
This is what I'll get.
if you were to ask me would I pay $130 for this bottle,
Sure.
absolutely not.
No.
Now, $50 all day. There's not a lot of $50 bottles in this realm. I mean, there's some good ones out there, but there's not a lot that I think would be as fun to kind of try and experiment
Absolutely.
with. And if you can find it $50 at your store on a store pick, go for it.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Try
I
it
agree.
out.
I agree. If this becomes more like $100 bottle, I would say
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
But like for $50, it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long finish, nice flavor, decent nose. I feel like that's a win for $50.
Long finish, 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Thumb sideways or thumb down, maybe on the nose, but definitely a thumbs sideways to a thumbs up on the palate for me, and definitely a for sure a thumbs up on the finish.
Yeah, the finish is
A lot of
fantastic.
finish.
Yeah.
A lot of finish.
Yeah.
Feels like a little orange peel in there for me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say like some cherry notes, some orange peel, with just a tad bit of ethanol. And that's probably my all-around review of this particular bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks, boys.
Well, this has been a Friday
As always,
Friday.
this is Battle of Bourbon.
We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next Tuesday.